Hello, so I noticed that I failed to start recording. For context, last time I ended in turn 31, and thank God I started making a habit of leaving real saves after every segment. And now I sort of am in the second action of turn 32, where I conquered the Tanegashima clan, and I've basically lost nothing, so everything went perfectly. Except I've lost one mob unit that I don't care about. But I guess this technically counts as a save scum, but hopefully it's sort of like a save scum that one can trust is not meant to abuse anything, because really, like, nothing went wrong. Like, everything went right, but, you know, I should probably start over, unfortunately. So, let me start over. So in the beginning, I was talking to myself without recording about why I want to attack the Tanegashima clan. So I'll mention that. There are 4 nations I can attack, or 4 nations I'm at war with, and you know, 4 wars simultaneously is kind of rough, so I'd like to clean up some of these attacks. So first of all, Asakura is not ideal, because the moment you finish them, Uesugi becomes a threat. And Uesugi alone isn't necessarily a problem. They're actually, they're strong, but they have scripted events to make conquering them fairly easy for Rance. The problem is that if you're at war with Uesugi, Takeda will conquer Hojo, and vice versa. If you're at war with Hojo, Takeda will conquer Uesugi. So basically the point is, if Uesugi declares war on me, I have to either immediately declare on Hojo or immediately declare on Takeda. Otherwise, Hojo will disappear. And Hojo has, I don't know, I'd like to say 10, maybe 10 satisfaction, maybe a bit more. And also, I'd like to use the commander of Hojo as one of my commanders, because he's going to be very useful for dealing with a particular event later on, and he's also generically a good unit. So I don't want to eliminate Hojo. So that's why I want to avoid killing Asakura right now. As for Akashi, the problem is that they own one of the gourds. And so if I conquer them, I'll break one of them, and it'll just give me a bit less flexibility. It's entirely possible that I will still opt to conquer them if I can't conquer the Mori clan by turn 50. Turn 50 is when Takeda's will automatically break, assuming I don't break a third one. So I'd like to break something by turn 50, and they're the backup in case I don't make it. And the other reason I feel comfortable not touching the Akashi clan is that they tend to be very passive. They rarely invade you, and if they do, they tend to be very weak. Okay, so that leaves Imagawa and Tanegashima. And between the two, it's not clear which is better, so here are a few reasons why I might prefer Imagawa. First of all, it has 1 extra dev compared to Tanegashima. Okay, big deal, honestly, that's a negligible factor. But the more important factor is that the officers in the Imagawa clan are not capturable. They're special Hani units, and they're just... So basically, the point is, if I drag on the war with Imagawa, the only thing I get are battles where I can't capture units. Battles alone aren't necessarily bad, because it contributes to getting these relation items. Officers get relations, and it also increases my maximum troop count. So it's not the case that, like, it's totally bad, but certainly the fact that I can't capture any officers make dragging on the war with them less appealing. The reason why I might want to declare on the Tanegashima clan is, first of all, that I need to border the Mori clan to fight them. So I need to conquer them anyway. And Imagawa's only way to invade me is through Mikawa, and the first thing you see to the right is a castle. So it's a very defensible position for me to just leave Imagawa alive. So while it's not profitable, it's just fairly easy, not that costly to deal with them. And the problem with Tanegashima is that they're really scary, and so I'm kind of upset that I lost my progress where everything went right. And they're scary because they have a special type of units that I'll explain. But basically, I wouldn't be surprised if I lose some of my units when fighting the Tanegashima clan. So I just want to finish them for sort of mental ease, and also I just want to finish them as soon as possible turn-wise, so I have as few battles with them as possible. So that's why I opted to go for Tanegashima clan. Now, in the attempt you didn't see, this one, turn 32 one, I did two battles on turn 31, and on turn 32 I did 2 more battles and I won. And that's I'm gonna take the same approach. So let's begin. Let me just double check. Yep. Three. Okay, so this is scary. They have 3 musketeers. So let me explain musketeers very quickly. They're melee units, maybe counterintuitive, but they are melee. And the way units work is that essentially, there's some nuance here that I won't explain, but essentially unit types have a base attack, base defense. Do they have a base intelligence? Oh, sorry, I forgot. I think they also have a base intelligence, although I think most units have the same value, and they have a base speed. And then you can roughly think of it as then your character's stat gets added on. So units have a base amount, and then individual generals sort of tack on extra based on their stats. The base attack of a warrior is, I'd like to say, something like 6. I could be wrong, but it's somewhere around there. And the base attack of these guys is like somewhat like 12 or something like that. So even if this person were to attack stat, they'd be as strong as Rance, for example, in terms of damage output. So these guys are very scary. Moreover, they're very fast. Their speed is as fast as ninjas. So they're essentially meant to one-shot you at the beginning of your turn. And the way you deal with them is you sort of accept getting one shot. And that's the thing. And if you allow safe scumming, it's not that bad because, okay, your troop dies, just restart and try again. But in my case, I have to sort of designate tanks that are meant to tank the shots, and if they die, they die, and I just have to accept it. That's why I've been recruiting a lot of fodder units who I don't mind dying. And this time I'm going to put her as a sacrificial lamb. I thought I'd be able to use her as a main Ashigaru, but she's honestly not as good as I thought, so if she dies, she dies. If she survives, I'll keep using her, of course. Okay. And that's basically it. Ouch. Ouch. So this is perfect. She exactly tanks the top 3. And despite being melee units, they don't counterattack. So no issue just attacking. Alright, she dies. And now it's Rance's turn. Okay, Nas now has an attack buff. Oh, but status cancelled. Unfortunate. Okay, he can still one-shot. By the way, these guys also have are the squishiest. They're tied with the Miko unit in how squishy they are. Alright, I'll heal. Ah, unfortunate. It went perfect if she attacked at us. No big deal though, of course. Okay, so this went pretty much according to plan. And hopefully she doesn't die. Ah, she dies. In fact, in my previous attempt, she also died. So I guess we're recreating the same setup. Okay. Let's go again. Okay, so these are 200 and 186, so I can realistically tank this. I'm gonna do Goemon plus Niwa, Izuna, and a frontline. Like that. Oh, I shouldn't put Shibata and Niwa together. That's my bad. Ouch. Probably guard, because he's about to attack. Alright, and now I fight back. So most battles against musketeers work like that. You start by losing war score, and then once they die, you can fairly quickly reclaim it. I guess it's okay. Cool, 2 prisoners. Let's check her out. 5, 6, meh, pretty bad. Yeah. I should maybe clear up my prisoners. I guess I don't need this Onmyoji. He's 5 speed, which is mildly attractive, but at some point I gotta start cutting out my... I can't just collect everyone. Well, let's cut the samurai. 1. I'm gonna cut the searchmaster because he's 2 cost, probably. No, he's good in the late game. Later on, you become less constrained by cost, and instead more constrained by the 30 commander limit. Okay, I'll get rid of him. Yeah, 2, 3, yeah. 4. 5. I don't think I need her. Okay. And what did I do for my third action? I totally forgot. Let me just browse. Oh, and then I enlisted Senhime. But she costs 5, so what did I do? So I'll lower her to below 500. Anyway, so Senhime is a very interesting character. I'll try to explain her as I move on, but she's very unwieldy to use, let's just say. But I really love her character. Very interesting character. But the game mechanic-wise, she's just not easy to work with. On the surface, she's a very strong general. I believe her stats is 6 attack, 6 defense, 5 int, and 7 speed. Oh, let's deal with the counterattack. Okay, this seems trivial. The 205. I'll probably send Maeda out. No, I'll try to capture these two actually. So I'm going to do Isoroku, Maeda, Goko, Natori. And I'm gonna try to abuse Natori to heal these two. We have 2 ninjas, which makes him slightly vulnerable. But to be honest, I'm not spending money on him. If he dies because of this, then he dies. Okay, so I'd like to mercy charge these two. But first I'll start with the bottom one. Because Isoroku has a pierce attack, so she wants to attack either top or bottom. But since there's a musketeer who's about to move, I'm gonna attack top for sure. Perfect. Good. Natori will heal. Great. That's like 400 gold value. Battle tactics. Attack buff on Isoroku is good. Maeda taking damage is totally fine, because he's one of the sacrificial lambs that I talked about. I don't mind if he dies. Double mercy charge. Now I just gotta kill both of them. I'm not sure if Isoroku alone can kill both. Oh, there's no way Isoroku can kill both. So I can't heal twice with Natori, unfortunately. Oh, can I even... Ooh, this is sketchy. Oh no, Isoroku can move again. Okay, never mind. Alright, cool. I want to capture Sohei's because of the money strat. Have I explained the money strat in this playthrough? I think I have, right? You recruit Sohei's from prison. Sohei's replenish their troops in 1 turn. So then you dismiss all their troops to get money, and then get rid of them. Oh, that's pretty scary, actually. I'm not sure if I want to fight this. Yeah, I think I don't want to fight this. This is on a non-defensible terrain either. I think they can have this. Too scary. All yours. Okay, Imagawa didn't attack. Okay, well, in hindsight, I should have defended. I was worried about, especially Imagawa. I'm not too worried about Akashi. Okay, turn 32. This guy's actually pretty nice. 6 negotiation, 6 defense. He's no Himiko, but he's a decent Himiko substitute. I might hire him for the sake of actually using him, honestly. By the way, it's time I ditch Maeda, I think. Well, I guess I'll determine if I ditch him after I conquer Tanegashima. Alright. Let's go. Seems pretty easy. I think Senhime plus someone would do it. Senhime Niwa. Dismissing units so he doesn't get over 500 troops, which increases his cost. Senhime Niwa... maybe a tactician. Something like this would do. Okay, so Senhime has auto heal, which is kind of nice in the early game especially. Though not as crucial because these are Ashigaru units, so replenishing her is fairly cheap. She also has a very special quirk called All Guard as her skill, not Guard. And intuitively, All Guard is just she can guard for even the backline. Or even if she's in the backline, she can guard for the front line, is another way to think about it. Now that seems very good. The problem is the amount of guard you get with All Guard is your intelligence times 10%. So she has 5 int, so every time she clicks on this, she gets 50% guard. Actually, she might get more just because she currently has int buff. But you can kind of imagine that with 50% block, you aren't realistically guarding too much, given that every attack that you tank will reduce guard by 40%. So that's why All Guard is kind of unwieldy to work with, in the sense that she can't be a solo tank. She can be a tank in conjunction with others. Like, she can be like a nice supplemental Ashigaru. But her alone, not... yeah, she can't be a tank. So that's one reason why she's a bit unwieldy. Other reason is she costs 5. Well, 4, because... 5 right now because she has over 500 troops. For reference, Urza, the best general in the game, I think, has 3 costs. And maybe it's a bit unfair to compare it to the best general, but there are lots of units who have like 2 costs, for example, who are extremely good. And she sort of isn't good enough to justify that. That's another reason. And the final reason is that until you go through her event, her story, which is quite long, she will leave you if you don't fight with her, if you don't use her in a battle for every few turns or something like that. I don't actually know the exact number, and in fact, I can't find any documentation for that. So I don't know the exact number, but It feels like 3 or so turns. Anyway, let's see what they got in store. Yeah, so this is a bit scary. So, first of all, this is a musketeer that moves twice, which means that if I don't make sure to kill him or at least deal significant damage to him before his second action, this is going to be a real pain. She, although she only has 1 movement, has the skill called Shoot plus Snipe. So it's a normal gunshot plus an assassination at the same time. And basically, it's really scary. Basically, both of these are very scary. Okay? So I need to deal with them. And this is a strat. I have these units. I don't care if they die. They're gonna tank for me. So basically, the idea is that they'll tank 2 shots. I'm also gonna pop Isoroku to deal with the backline. Maybe? Yeah. And if I'm feeling lucky, I'll do Suzume and try to assassinate this guy. But maybe that's a bit too... Actually, no, let's do this. Yeah, let's do something like that. Okay, so, Urza. She's very strong. Okay, that's 1. And that's 2. Okay, now we can go ham, hopefully. And I guess since she's likely going to guard after Urza, while I would like to do battle tactics, I think I'm just gonna attack. And now he should pose no threat. Oh, she attacked. Whoa, what is that damage? Damn. Okay. Well, that's scary. Honestly, nothing I can do except hope that she doesn't attack Isoroku. Okay, well, let's hope she doesn't die. Well, that's scary. This was not what I expected to happen, to be honest. I thought she would continuously guard. Ooh, thank God she didn't die. We did lose one of our tanks. Thank you for your services. Right, and conquered Tanegashima. So this iteration went slightly worse. Because I lost Isoroku, so that's 1,200 gold down the drain. But other than that, it worked mostly the same. So I think I'm quite happy. And I conquered Tanegashima, and there's going to be a cutscene. I think that cutscene was technically safe. As you can maybe see, I didn't get any satisfaction. It was an event involving Chaos, the sword that Rance has. Because Tanegashima clan is like a blacksmith place. Okay, anyway. So that's Tanegashima, and mostly in one piece. I lost this unit. That's all I lost, right? Oh no, I also lost the Ashigaru, right? In the first battle, I sacrificed an Ashigaru. But other than that, worked out. I have 20 prisoners. I need to prune them. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'm going to hire these Soheis to farm money. And negotiation 8, 10. Okay, this 8 one I can easily do with this guy. And now, I believe my next plan is to kill Imagawa. I was thinking I'd maybe go Mori first, but I think I'd just focus on killing Imagawa. Which means that I actually don't care to defend against Imagawa. If they do invade me, I don't really care. So I'll need enough troops to probably deal with a Sakura invasion, and extremely unlikely, but Akashi invasion. So what do I need? I need like Shibata, Ranmaru, Shoko. Yeah, so I don't need these guys, so I can use them. And yeah, I'm just gonna hire the Soheis. I can likely get away without Natori, but Natori seems very helpful to heal my unit, so I don't think I want to use her even though she has 7 negotiation. Okay, now I have 1 turn, or 1 action. What to do? Wait, have I... I'm not sure if I called summon... I didn't. That's a mistake. I should have been summoning 3rd from Zep. This is the 3rd and final character from Zep, and she gives 15 satisfaction and a very strong equipment. And as a unit, she's, like, okay. Not, like, really good, but pretty good. Serviceable. Like, I can definitely use her. Alright, I better defend here. Guns. Scary. And Onmyoji. Okay. I'm thinking something like this. And I think I'm just gonna totally abandon if Imagawa actually tries to fight me. So did I talk about Ranmaru? So I've done way too many attempts. I don't remember what I've said and what I haven't said. But Ranmaru is in love with Shibata. But Shibata is a pedophile. Though, for his sake, I should tell you that he's like not, how should I say it? He's the non-physical kind of pedophile. Does that make sense? But anyway, so the problem is that Ranmaru, this won't sort of work out, right? Because he's not into adults. That felt very weird to say. And so by progressing Ranmaru's story, you'll sort of see how she gets what she wants, basically. Pretty interesting. Okay. Pretty solid fight, I think. For maximum micro, we'll let Rizuna finish him off. Because, you know, it's a ranged attack, so it doesn't fight back. 2 prisoners of war. Very good. Okay, so that's Chinu. He's a very scary character. Oh, and Imagawa didn't attack. Cool. So this is the first character clear. You see a little diamond. What this does is it gives you 2 score at the end. Plus, every time you go into battle using her and Rance, she gains 1 opinion. If you have multiple character clears, only one of them gets opinion. And there are a few exceptions, like I think Ranmaru, if you clear her, she doesn't get opinion with Rance, she gets opinion with Shibata and Rance all together or something like that. Okay, so the plan for Imagawa is 2 battles. No real reason for me to do this. And since I'm not worried about cost, I might use them just purely for fodder. Like, maybe they'll tank damage. So, this is an example. Since I've cleared Suzume, she now gets a relationship whenever we set out together. Mildly useful if you want to really raise characters. I'm not sure how far I'll raise Suzume, so I don't know how useful it'll be, but I'll try. I think it's fun to raise characters in this game and upgrade them. Yeah, so far he's done a great job. He's tanked 1, tanked 2. Will I see a 3? Oh, okay. They've been amazing. Because remember, they full heal after turn. I guess the only thing that would suck is if they die. Because this is money that I'm losing. Oh, first hit on Suzume. Alright, GG. Have I mentioned Imagawa? I did, right? They're all Hanis. And you can't capture them. This battle's slightly harder just because of this icon, but their comp is essentially the same. Since I've already extracted money from him, I'm just gonna send him out speculatively, and if he dies, he dies. He's someone I'm planning to dismiss at some point anyway. He'll tank 1 tick of damage if he gets hit. And I'll use Senhime here because of the thing I mentioned where she'll leave you if you don't use her. And maybe Ranmaru. I would like to use Urza, but I guess I can use her for a defensive battle. I'd be very shocked if neither Asakura nor Imagawa don't attack. Or both. I'd be surprised if both of them don't attack, so I'll save her for that. This is, you know, good enough, honestly. Yeah, this is good enough. I'm actually not... In hindsight, I'm not confident if I can one-shot I can't. This actually might not be enough. I might have messed up. I might have really messed up. Oh no. Six. Oops, I lost. Wow, I really underestimated them. And this guy's crazy strong. Look at how much damage he's doing. So setting him in doesn't block here. This guy might do scary stuff. Alright, I lost. Oops, that's totally my bad. And I lost the dude. Poor dude. Oh well. That's just a giant mistake. I'm surprised this happened. Anyway, so to conquer Imagawa normally like this, I get nothing after conquering them. If I go through this event chain, I get 5 satisfaction. So basically what's going on is this is the daughter of the leader of the Imagawa clan. And it turns out that the leader of the Imagawa clan is sort of cosplaying as a Hani. Sort of out of circumstantial reasons. And the daughter wants us to save his father, basically, because he sort of can't escape the situation he's in. Okay. I'm gonna now start recruiting Ashigarus to get some money. Have I mentioned the whole Ashigaru money strategy? In case I haven't, the idea is as follows. So, you get the Sohei strategy, right? You hire them, you dismiss their troops, you get money, and then you just say bye-bye to them. With Ashigarus, replenishing costs 1 gold, dismissing costs 2 gold, so you can do something similar. You get 1 gold per max troops that they have. Or, you know, you can just wait till they naturally recover, but that's likely not fast enough for my purposes. Gotta make sure nobody accidentally goes over 500. Okay, looks good. The fact that I have 18 prisoners also kind of bugs me. It's kind of like a first world problem. I have way too many prisoners. But there are lots of people who I still want to milk. Alright. Continue. Yep. So I have to fight that. Not surprising. Let's do Shibata. Urza. Kinda don't want to bring Urza here. Just way too many units that you just take so much damage. But I can't think of a better alternative. Yeah, I think it has to be Urza plus her. Kind of expensive, but I really wanted to heal her through Natori, but I don't want Natori to participate in this fight. Just way too many sources of damage. Okay, this actually worked out better than I thought. I didn't expect Urza to be strong enough to one-shot these guys. Cool. That was solid. Ouch. 9 damage. Okay. And I let Urza do rest of the work. Cool. The item I got is very good. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, Asakura is very aggressive this game. Interesting. Let's see, so they have one backline. I think I can greed and heal with Natori. Something like that, maybe? Oh wow, he has 2 movement. That's very surprising. Oh, good stuff. That 90%. That's very clutch. Okay. Got like 200 HP on Yamamoto. Cool. Okay, so yeah. Now, her daughter asked us to save her father, essentially, and... Or maybe this is when she's asking. And that's his father, posing as a honey. And the honeys in this game are sort of presented as, like, happy-go-lucky, weird creatures. And they've taken over the Imagawa clan, like, just because they wanted to try taking over and, like, ruling people. So if we spill the beans here, the honeys will get very upset, kill him, and then just walk away. And then Oda conquers Imagawa for free, in quotes. So that's definitely one option. But if you don't reveal, and you conquer them, you successfully save the father, and something happens with the daughter that gives satisfaction. That's the idea. I'll try to kill Imagawa this turn. Man. Scary stuff. I think I'm gonna need Isoroku to do a lot of work here. And also Natori as well. I think she needs to attack, not heal. And I'm gonna invest a bit into Yamamoto. Okay, maybe not Natori. I really want to, but she's too expensive. Archers are a bit cheaper to invest in. Although they don't scale... Well, Isoroku kind of scales well because of her piercing attack. This I'm not really constrained by cost. I'm just gonna go all in with these Sohis and have them pink. Okay. Probably the worst person to hit. I really don't have that many attacks left. Might be too... Yeah, I think it's too greedy to heal here. Oh, I might be able to get one healing off at the end. Yep, I win. Whew. Man, these guys are scary. Okay, and this should be easy. Lance is very good against the honeys. Maybe Lance plus Senhime plus Suzume plus Urza. This will probably do. Hey, she's max relations. All right. So that's all guard doing its thing. Oh, unfortunate. Well, that's all guard not doing its thing. Here, I'm going to attack him with the hope that he will be blocked by Senhime. And now I can abuse both of their auto heals to just heal up a bit. Cool. And that's the Imagawa clan complete. And this is about saving the king. Okay, 5 satisfaction. And since I have more national power to work with, let's see. I might recruit this guy. Sorry, this guy. He's a merchant. Who else can I recruit? I could consider making him work. He's like a decent ninja, right? 6 attack, 6 defense. Only downside is he only has 3 movement. But I can kind of see him working. Otherwise, I can make money off of this Ashigaru. Actually, yeah, maybe I should make some money. I better do it while I can. This is something I can only do while I don't have my commander list full. Well, full of people who I actually want. Alright, let's end turn. Oh, by the way, this person and this person, Son and Ran, are engaged. And unfortunately, there's no great ending for both of them. Actually, there's one good ending for them, I guess. But in most endings, they get separated, unfortunately. And the official route, the one we're forced to play on in the first playthrough, is also like a fairly bittersweet setup. Playing Warrior Hunt. I would also like this guard cancel, wouldn't mind that. So I'm at cost cap apparently. I don't think I'm actually at cost cap. I think that's a visual bug. Because I have tension temporarily. But I'm not sure, so just in case. Like that. By the way, it's kind of cool that Uesugi's on my side yet again. So who do I want to capture? Probably this ninja and this guy. Ouch. Okay. Anyway, pretty solid fight, I'd say. Capture 3, great. Okay. I failed to censor in time. Or pause on time. That was unexpected. But 5 satisfaction. Alright, so... let's see... I think I want to Dao Mori now. And try to conquer them before turn 50. I don't know if that's going to be possible. They're very strong. Yeah, that's all I have to say. They're just very strong. I would also like to maybe start working on... oh, I don't know. Either Yuzumi or Shigeko. Also don't mind working on Honda as well. I think of the 3, this guy's the easiest to use. These two are funny. Yeah, I don't know how to use musketeers very well. I find them very difficult to work with. Actually, first thing I should do is probably this Sohei and get some money. I might use them as fodder for the Mori War, but in the Mori War, I actually want them to be 1 HP, so they lose as little war score as possible from getting hit. But let me make sure I'm not gonna hit like cost issues. Anyone needs to be below 500. Coco as well. Okay. That should be safe now. And let's declare on Mori. So this is gonna be very hard. How hard will it be? Very. So I'll talk about the Mori clan a bit. There are 4 central figures in this clan. One is Mori Motonari, the big dude you saw. And he has 3 daughters. And all of these 3 daughters are very strong and have their own quirks. One of them has Assassinate, and is therefore very scary. But they also have a further quirk that prevents the 3 daughters from being captured for a long time. So I'll have to deal with the assassination. I have to deal with the threat of being assassinated many times. So you have to see me handle that. I would say if I clear Mori, then the rest of the game might be under the bag, with exception of Orochi and Dokuganryu. Those are also a bit scary. Anyway, turn 35, Mori. Very exciting. And by the way, you see their unit size? So Mori is just on another level. Well, Mori, Takeda, those two are on another level. In a typical first playthrough, you wouldn't actually fight them, or you wouldn't even be able to kill them before the 5 chords break. But I have the power of friendship at my side, maybe, so hopefully I can win. And the way I'll win is I will abuse Natori's 30% HP attack. That's it. I also wouldn't mind capturing him. That's a lot of money. Thinking who else should go here. I guess one tactician. They don't have any ranged, so my backline's entirely safe. Maybe a tad greedy, but I'll bring Kyoko along with the hopes of capturing a few. Okay, in that case I should bring Isoroku. And now I have a full squad. Okay, maybe I need to bring Nammaru. So, when does it stop? I think this is enough to win. I'm fairly confident this will win. Okay. That's actually a lot worse than I thought. So I'm gonna begin by attacking normally. I'll do Mercy Charge on the Sohei if it seems like I'll win. Here, I would like to heal, but I think that's a tad too greedy. I'm just gonna go for an immediate Miko Storm. There we go. Alright, I think it's a victory. So, yeah, the question is, can I actually capture him? No, I can't. Wow, I failed 80%. Yeah, I can't capture her. Oh well, that's okay. I got one though. Pretty good. Now, am I really allowed to send another attack squad? I don't know. I feel like if I do commit and fight this, I'll just lose when they fight back. So I don't think I'll do that. Let's see. What clicks can I do? I guess I could upgrade Suzume. To me, upgrading her is fairly low priority. But she's the only character I'll clear for a while, so it does feel bad that I'm sort of, in quote, wasting the relation. So yeah, let's upgrade her. It's fun. I don't think this is a smart play. Just because Suzume is an assassin bot. If I intend to use Suzume as like a normal character and raise her attack and whatnot, she becomes very powerful, but I intend to use her as a assassin bot, just because she doesn't require that much investment. Alright, I think I'm good to pause, end turn. And let's see what Morty has to cook. Okay, so the first battle with Chinu, I'm pretty sure is an auto loss. But for this to happen, you're required to see some particular event about her, and I don't recall if I've seen that event. I guess I wouldn't expect Mori to attack me twice in a row at this difficulty. So maybe it's okay. I can just send my full squad. If it's an auto loss, it's an auto loss. If it's not an auto loss, I'll fight and win. Otherwise, if I assume it's an auto loss and send a unit out, and it turns out it's not an auto loss, well, there will be major consequences for that unit. But like, I'm like fairly confident it's an auto loss, and I'm worried what'll happen is I'll send out my squad, and Morty happens to attack a second time, in which case I'd be kind of screwed. Wonder if I can send like half of my squad and plausibly win. I would guess this can plausibly win. No, I think using a backline is way too risky without an extra Ashigaru. I'd do something like that, maybe. But I'm pretty sure it's an auto loss. Yep, it's an auto loss. Okay. Just the first time you fight Chinu. She poisons your unit, your troops, and you lose. Okay. So this is the Takuga clan. The main character is Sakamoto Ryoma, who has nothing to do with the Sengoku era, but they rebelled, or I don't know what they did, but they managed to conquer this from Hojo. Or rather, I think this is one of those things where Hojo owned or were asked to manage this by name. And this is like a total chaotic area with Onis or yokais running around. I think they're Onis, not yokais. Anyway. A bit of a shame that the auto loss happened here and not like them here. But that's life. This guy's pretty cool, but he's 2 cost. No way in hell I'm keeping them for 2 cost. Alright, let's try again. Okay, so this is the scariest sister, or scariest of the daughters. She has an assassinate, but like in general, she's just a really strong unit. I'd like to say she has 7 attack, and she has 9,445 units. Like, this hurts. To the point that, like, I wish she just assassinates. So whenever I'm facing her, I'm going to use Avance as my main unit, because Avance is immune to assassinations and whatnot, blah blah blah. And I have to pair, you know, when Rance is here, I just gotta pair him with an Ashigaru, right? And that Ashigaru can very easily die to Kiku's assassination. So I'm just honestly looking for someone, a fodder, like this guy. But even this is scary. Oh, wait, I have a solution. Well, it's not a solution, but I have a dude with assassination defense. Let me make his units 1 so he doesn't lose that much war score when he gets hit. This will help a bit. I believe it decreases the chance of assassination by 10% or something. Guess I'll have him in the back line. This guy can also tank in the front line. If he dies, he dies. But right now, I don't have enough. Okay, I can do Suzume. Go for an early assassinate on this guy. But if this assassinate fails, I don't see a way I can actually pierce through the front line and get any meaningful war score. I would like Isoroku, but putting Isoroku out right here is kind of risky. Kiku can really just kill her. And they have 2 backline units protected by an Ashigaru, so like this is just... Maybe honestly I just don't fight this. Like this is just not winnable without risk. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fight this. So something you can do is you can try to fight and then just leave. They'll still consume an action. But the important thing is that enemies also have a notion of unit cooldown. So aside from certain scripted battles, you'll no longer see the units you just saw. But there are some scripted battles, usually like the last fight, where you'll see the same units. But right now Kiku is on cooldown, so you won't see her. But yeah, this really scales up, right? Like you just suddenly have units in the thousands when you fight Mori. It's rough. Let's do Rizuna, Yamamoto. Perfect. So maybe a tad counterintuitive, but with Isoroku I'm just gonna attack this guy. And Rizuna can chip away at these guys. Okay. Good guard. Okay, now I'm gonna attack here. Finish this guy off. And Rizuna will move right after this Sohei, who will do guard cancel. So Rizuna can actually blast him. Cool. Defense textbook, interesting. Defense textbook probably goes to Ranmaru, assuming I want to keep using her. But we'll see, I guess. And I would like to fight again, but let me just do a quick sanity check. Hypothetically, if Mori fights back, I mean, they will actually fight back. Can I defend? Or what do I need to defend? Are we like Shibata plus someone? Yep, I think I can attack this. Let's see. Oh, this is easy. They have no Ashigaru. Cool. Let's do Rance. Urza. And Yua maybe? Plus fodder. He can maybe tank one hit for us. Yeah, there's no way this person moves before Rance, right? It's possible if she's like 8 or 9 speed, or I get insanely unlucky. But it's very likely that Urza will give Rance a speed buff, or someone a speed buff. So I don't think Rance will tank a full hit from her. This one's maybe a tad scary. Okay, maybe I should have an Ashigaru. Yeah, here's Maeda. He's fodder. Just in case he needs to tank. Ouch. Let's see. I guess I attack him. And now I attack the Miko. Hopefully she heals. Good. This guy has nothing to do. Maybe he can bait an attack? Nope. Ouch. Alright. One down. Ouch. Wow. No attack buff. I'm very sad. Is this a victory? It's not. If only Rance can move one more time. Wow, this sucks. So close. I need to clear up my prison. Let me release people. This is nice, 1,000 troops. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Okay. So hopefully I can deal with their counterattack. Ay, ay, ay. Iku. I think I have no choice but to go for it. I can't, like, realistically totally, like, completely avoid her. And she's in the front line. If I manage to get her to 0, she'll be out of commission for a while. I won't be able to capture her and stuff, but... So I'm just here to send a bunch of fodder who may or may not tank the assassination. And I'm lowering their units so they don't contribute as much war score. Let's see, which of the two is faster? This guy is 5 speed, so hopefully he moves before Shibata. Heal, not to be. Anyway, so the goal is not to like capture anyone. It's to kill her or weaken her. And I hope she just does like an immediate assassinate. Oh no, normal attack. Okay, fine. What? Shibata. Things are looking really scary now. Okay, this is fine. Okay, this is scary. Oh, okay, she's trolling. Into Miko Storm? Ouch. Status cancel. Oh, ouch. They did interrupt my Miko Storm, but this is a victory. And I can Healing Fog. Ooh, that was close. Like, can you Do I need to scout this? I guess I should. Do I want to scout with this tactician? I guess so. Oh well, 922. I probably can't use him as fodder. Or can I? No, they have too many ranged units. I can't use them as fodder. I have to pay for this. Not all the way, but something like this would do. %. Oh well. %? Ay ay ay. This is horrible. I don't know if Mercy Charge was really the smart thing to do here. Okay, I need to assassinate someone. Okay. Wow, she does no damage. Oh, not surprising. She just got wiped initially. Okay, cool. Victory! Oh, now he guards. Anyway. Killed. Fine. This is Kojika. I think I mentioned it once, but basically she is trying to restore her clan, which got taken over by Morty. Alright. Ranmaru. Guess I will seriously try to use Ranmaru. Requires some commitment. She really needs a defense textbook if I want to make her useful. And that's probably an okay investment. Okay. So. Izumo... okay. Let's see what's up. Seems fairly straightforward. Probably want Isoroku in the back line. And someone relatively tanky in the front line. Can be like Senhime. Then maybe an Onmyoji in the backline to give Shikigamis here. And then Natori. I think this will work. He does have instant advantage, which is annoying. But I think with Natori I can get enough war score. I'll maybe heal up Senhime just in case. Okay, so yeah, just slap on the defense Shikigami. And I think the game plan is one attack by Natori. This will hopefully bait her to heal herself. Good. Ouch. Oh, can I actually Healing Fog? I don't think I can Healing Fog. I want to heal here, but I don't think I can afford to do that. In terms of just pure turns we have. Okay. And Yamamoto's just trying her best to farm more score, so attack the bottom. Okay. Alright, GG. Who did I capture? It was a Miko, right? This person? If only she weren't a Miko. Stat-wise, she's pretty good. 6 defense, 6 int. But Mikos in general just aren't that good. Okay, so this is where EQ probably comes into play. Izumo is quite famous for being extremely hard to beat, to take over. Well, well, well. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. So Morimoto Nari works like individual combat. He has HP and he does 200 damage flat, which in this stage of the game is like a decent attack. It doesn't scale well though. 200 flat is pretty weak later on. What's scarier is probably these two. These two are likely scarier. Ooh, and this guy's very scary because he has speed luck. Because if this procs, he's likely faster than most of my units. Particular makes it really hard for Rance to be in the front line in this setup. Sort of thinking how I'm gonna play this. I think what I want is I want fodder, fodder, fodder. And EQ. I think this will work. I don't know. Without Urza, the problem is that Shibata isn't that tanky. So it's sort of... Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is the right play. I think I'll replace one fodder with Suzume in the front line. And she can just assassinate someone. Or go for an assassinate. If it works, it works. Alright. Let's see this. So, as you can see, Izumo is very hard. You start with here. So it's not clear to me if I want to kill him or like one of these guys with my assassinate. I mean, assuming it works. I have no guarantee that this works. Maybe the tactician is better? Okay. I think I win now. So with EQ, I'm gonna do Witty Turnabout. And this flips the war score. So right now we're 0 war score. The idea is that if once this procs, it'll be fully reversed. Okay, good job. Okay, fine. No, 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 the 80%? What? There's no way. Well. That sucks. Well, idea was, I think, pretty decent. The RNG just didn't follow through. Hopefully Shibata and Ikkyu don't die. Ikkyu. Okay, thank God. At the very least. Okay, so I started a battle with Mori. This is part of an event chain. You need to be in a battle against him, and he says you're interesting. So yeah, this is a very hard battle, as you can see. And EQ is like the well-known way to defeat it. Alright, and I need to do some click. I don't know what kind of click to do though. Can I hire someone? I mean, I could, but maybe I should invest in Honda. That's 4 cost. I'll need to free up one slot. Could be this guy. He's a merchant, though I kind of want to keep him if all other things are equal. Okay, I think it's time I get rid of Maeda. He's done his job. Oh, also, this would have given me one extra cost to work with. Okay, and let's hire... Who did I want to hire again? Honda. Okay. One action left. Let's see. Don't think I care about the satisfaction bonus. I'll maybe start the Shinsengumi event chain. Okay, this should be winnable. This is Terumori, the Elder Daughter. As you can tell, she's a tank, or as you can see. And she's a very scary tank, because she has counter rate attack up, too. This is Chinu Kobayakawa. She's the healer. I think she's the youngest daughter. She has a special skill called Death by Poison, which does 50% of your HP. Of everyone's HP. It's very strong, but it's current HP. But still, it's it can shift war score very, very easily. And because she's guarded by Mori, there's really nothing I can do if she does cast it, I think. The rest are generic frontline. So hopefully I can beat this, actually. It might be harder than I thought. But the front line is pretty easy. It's just these two back lines that scare me. Mostly her. If she just heals, it's fine, but if she uses Death by Poison, I might be screwed. Yeah, I must say, this is very interesting. I've never been in such a tight spot in this game. I don't fight Mori like this early. Or rather, I wouldn't fight Mori like this early in a no save scum run. Man, the buffs aren't aligning, unfortunately. Hopefully she heals. Ah, she's going for the death by poison. This is gonna cause a massive war score swing. I just have to assassinate with Goemon at this point. Hopefully it works. Oh, it failed. I might lose this battle. So I want to lower my HP as much as possible, so this thing doesn't do as much damage. Ay ay ay. Oh no. Hopefully Lamaru doesn't die. What a disaster. Yeah, if only this assassination went through. Yeah. Telling you, Mori is very tough. But Izumo is one of the hardest provinces to take in this game. Well, Miko Union maybe, but at least they're held by a fairly weak clan. Once I take this, it's gonna be much easier. This is just so hard to get. And generally, if you keep fighting them, they'll eventually become weaker. So let's try again. I think I'll be sort of repeating this for a bit until I get a lucky breakthrough. Maybe not lucky, until I get until like things work out. Like I wouldn't say I got unlucky in that final fight. I mean, yeah, like the 80% thing happened, but even then, like, that was a fairly tight battle, even if it did work out. Seems like I just need a front line and a back line to deal with these two. Let's say this will do. Not sure if I can get away without replenishing my units, but I think I can. This is a tough part, right? You don't want to speed. Oh my god, it's over. Oh wait, no, she's in the backline. This is safe. Never mind, never mind. This is okay. Yeah, I think I can do heal into Miko Storm. Ouch. Alright, GG. Oh, I'm so lucky there was no frontline spot for her. Okay. And I gotta try my luck again at this battle. Wow, they took no damage. But I really can't think of a better play than what I had thought of. With Shibata, EQ, and just fodder in the front line to stall. Like, I really think this is the only way I can realistically win against them. Something like that. One way I could make this slightly better is I could make my fodder actually tanky. And maybe I just accept that they could die. This will make me a bit more resilient. I'm not sure if I really want Sankime to die right now, though. Then again, I don't want Coco to die either, because I don't have any money management. Of the two, Coco is more important right now. And yeah, I'll try this. So Senhime, I will replenish. These guys... I guess replenishing isn't necessarily a bad idea, because I don't care about war score, right? Because EQ will flip the war score. Alright. Let's try again. Thank you. This working is clutch. Okay. Now I think I don't guard here. Oh no, I should guard here in case the 50% doesn't work, right? And they attack EQ. Yep, just like that. Literally 50%? Well, I lost. One day, this will work. But yeah, this is really the only way to make it work, and unfortunately, if the guarding doesn't work the way you want it to, you'll just lose. Nothing I can do about it. Man, kind of tilting. I'm pretty sure I would have won this fight. Like, this looks solid, right? Because by the time the frontline dies, Mori just has one attack left. And Shibata can easily tank the rest. But, yeah, doesn't work. Not much I can do. Thankfully, nobody died. But yeah. I signed up for this, didn't I? I'm gonna progress the Kaguya event chain. This is a 5 satisfaction event, but I need to loot stuff in dungeons after triggering this event. Okay, so Takuga conquers this Nakakuni, whatever it's called. This province by event. Not a big deal. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I do not want to see Kiku. That's the only person I don't want to see. As long as Kiku's not there, I'm happy. And I can't afford to use Kyoko against Mori. Okay, no Kiku, very good. This should be a very easy, maybe not easy, but this should be fairly straightforward, I guess. I just have a frontline tank. This is basically the same thing I did, right? Frontline tank, a backline Onmyoji. Okay. I'd like to get her an armor buff, but I don't know if I can actually get her an armor buff. Okay, I did. Very good. Oh wow. Annoying that he went for that. Would like to assassinate someone. Hey, good job. Alright, cool. And now we can get into a loop. Just defend Shikigami every time he attacks. And if I attack the healer, she'll almost consistently heal herself. Cool. Very good. 2 prisoners of war. Nice. Oh, this triggers a cutscene. I need to skip this. 5 satisfaction. And, well... it's time for another challenge. Like a monkey just doing the same thing over and over. But as far as I can tell, like, this is like the only way I can win. I can't think of a better way. Same exact comp, except the tactician now has 4 movement. That's actually mildly scary. I have another idea. But it's a very risky idea because if this gun hits a mouse, this idea might fail. Yeah, no, I can't risk that. Like, you know, I'm not gambling on... I'm not gambling on 2 Ashigarus with 50% guard intercepting this attack. It's likely to happen, or it's also likely that Rance can outspeed him. And they're all very likely things, but like, on the off chance, I think it's not really in the spirit of the no save scum if I do this. Because there's probably like a 10% chance that Rance dies if I do this. I think it's going to be the same approach, same boring approach. And maybe this time... Oh, but this guy has 4 movement. Honestly, this does not look good. This looks very bad. These 4 actions each, that's very scary. But again, this is, in my opinion, the only way to do this without killing Rance. Ugh. Try again. Okay. That's unfortunate. I couldn't get the assassinate off. Okay, that's fine. And finally, Shibata got the guard off. Okay. Okay. Good job. I would say Senhime has done an amazing job tanking. She's also going to tank a hit from this guy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're good. Since Mori does flat 200 damage, damaging him doesn't do anything. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Nice, good job. 371 HP. Yep. Okay. 1, 2. Then I have 5 more actions to deal with. So this guy's gonna move. I'm gonna try to damage him as much as possible, so if he does negligible damage. Nice. Yep. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he doesn't die. I still want to use EQ if possible. Unfortunately, EQ died, but this is the like hardest siege that I'll probably have this game. So I'm glad I got it off. I feel bad that he died though. I could have used him once more for another difficult battle, but this is what I was going for. And it's definitely unfortunate that the second one failed, because I think the second one should have succeeded at a very high rate. The first one I think was cutting it tight. I think it could have worked if he didn't go through that 80%, but still. Okay. Had to skip a cutscene. See, let me just double check. Okay, I just made a note to double check my VODs. Okay. How are you looking? So I've received foreign reinforcements soon. Okay, I'm gonna start adjusting my unit size. I'm gonna let Nua have less than 300. And that's it for now. I might lower Dizna's unit count. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah. Good. Let's see. I think, maybe not. I was gonna say I should enforce taxation, but no. Let's do a few dungeons. When I say few, I mean one, but... Let's do this dungeon. I think I'm around the point where I really need to be conscious of getting items. And so I'm going to start, working on the easy dungeons. Oh, censor this. Note to myself. This is the tutorial dungeon. the easiest dungeon in the game, probably. So I don't need to be very particularly anal about conserving movement and whatnot. Also, I have like 27 generals or something like that, so for the most part, I don't have to be too careful about how I play dungeons now. There is still going to be a few dungeons where I do have to play very carefully. Or rather, there are a few dungeons that I can't clear at my current state, but those are just 2 dungeons that I can't clear right now, I think. But generally, I should be fine to play like fairly aggressively without thinking for dungeons now. Okay, GG. Let's see what item I get. Attack textbook? It's... not the best item. Attack textbook 2 is just, you can raise attack, and you can go past 6, unlike the normal textbooks. It's fine, but there are way better items. Let's see. I guess I'll search for a dungeon, so I can keep going through the dungeons. Okay, I'm gonna end turn. And this is probably a good place to call it. I finally conquered this part. Got very good progress in the Mori War. Ooh, Akashi moved. Hello, good on you. Okay. I'm gonna take this opportunity to heal my units that are low using Natori. I feel like I want Isoroku. Ouch. Nice. Well, I can't complain. I did go through his 50% twice in a row. Okay. This is a very good money saver. Cool. I think I'll go all in for this one. And if Mori invades me, that's okay, I just lose. I'm not that worried. This intelligence luck is scary. This guy can do crazy damage if left unchecked. And I don't have a good guaranteed way to check this guy. It'll either be Goemon assassinate the backline, maybe, into Urza kill. Okay. Presumably it's a defense Shikigami here. Into... Okay, fine. Okay, that is really scary. Probably gotta go for it. Failed. Oh well. Alright, perfect. So I'm pretty sure he won't have enough turns to actually finish channeling anything if he does decide to... If he does decide to go for a Shikigami attack. So I'm safe now. Yep. Cool. And this one I can't touch. But I'll scout just because it'll inform me who I won't see on my turn. These are all nobodies. This is the Shimazu clan. We won't interact with him in this route. Or we will, but not directly. I believe I have to censor the next thing that pops up. Oh no, this is safe. So this is magic. She's a relatively strong unit, but the important part is that she has a ton of satisfaction events. I'm not really ready for 160 satisfaction, but I'm getting there. Okay. So this is probably a good time to call it. My plan is to fight Takuga, because I need to actually take over Takuga to truly clear the Mori clan. So that's my idea. But yeah, this is a good time to call it.